phrase. So if I put my hand out for a moment.
What the hell are you doing here?
If I show lag time on this, it's literally immediate. How impressive is that? Hi guys, today we're checking out the latest camera from SwitchBot. This is the indoor cam. Details are in the description below, including purchasing links. So this camera doubles up as a smart camera as well, just not your standard type of camera, so it can integrate with other smart tech. So I'll be setting it up, showing you around the options in there, and then testing it out. So let's begin by initially unboxing it and seeing what you get in the packaging. In the packaging, you get a user manual, 2 3M stickers, a bag of fixtures for mounting the camera, so 3 raw plugs and 3 screws. You get a power cable, one side is USB-A, the other side is micro USB. The cable length is 2 meters. You get a power brick, the output on this is 5 volts, 1 amp. You can replace the adapter that's on there. This is for the EU, it can just be twisted off, and you just twist on the UK one. You get a mount for the camera, holes at the back for installing on a wall or a surface, rubber pads so it doesn't slip along, and the top part is adjustable and your camera would sit directly onto this. And finally we have the camera. So dimensions wise it's 6 centimeters by 6 centimeters and 3.5 centimeters thick. You've got the micro USB slot here, takes cards up to 128 gig, doesn't come with one. That's standard with most cameras, has a matte white finish all the way around. You've got their branding up here at the top, a mount point here, together with a mount point at the back. The camera supports 2-way audio, so you've got the speaker here, microphone just over there, and a power button up the top there. It's a 1080p camera. General build quality feels good, and really impressed at how nice and compact it is. Let me place the micro SD card in there, and the mount can just be pushed into place. There you go, locks into position, and this is how it is in this location. If I pull it off, place it underneath, and there we have it. The base is magnetic, so it can easily stick on a metal surface. Let's make a start at setting this up. So let me briefly show the setup process. So coming over to my Android phone, going to the Play Store, we need the app called SwitchBot. So opening that up, this is what you're initially presented with. If I click on the plus, you want to go for indoor cam. Let's plug in power on the device. Now you've heard the noise, and you can see the flashing red light. We can proceed to the next step. Let me enter in my Wi-Fi details, and just to note, it's highlighted here, only 2.4 gigahertz Wi-Fi supported. Click next. Now we need to present a QR code that's been displayed on the screen to the camera. Okay, I heard a beep and it's already picked up the camera. That's the default name it's given. Let me rename it and click save to that. And there you go, added in as quick as that. And we'll click start to use, and it's showing online status. If I click on that, let's test the lag time out on this. If I put my hand out, about 2 to 3 seconds on here, so not too bad. And you see here, you get an alert saying motion's been detected. So if I click on that, gives you details on the time of the alert. Back from here, back in there. Let's briefly show the options you have available. So clicking on the 3 dots. You've got a privacy mode on here. So when you're at home and you didn't want the camera to pick up anything, you just click this button. So clicking that now, going back, there you go, device is in sleep mode. So I click turn on the camera, just turns it back on again. Clicking back in there, basic settings, indicator light that can be turned off, flip screen. So if you've had the camera in a different position, you can flip it around. Time watermark can be removed, and talk mode. So at the moment it's 1 way, so you've got 2-way talk on this. Let's click that. Back from here, night vision. So it's on auto, but you can turn off night vision. And that's quite a useful option to have. So if you did have it, for instance, pointing out of a window, you're not gonna get the glare of any infrared lights coming back on you. Motion detection, that can be turned off. Different sensitivity levels on here, so 3 available. It's on low at the moment. Enable detection area, turning that on. Edit detection area, so you can pick an area you wanted motion detection on. Now it's nice having the square you can move around and turn it into a rectangle, etc. So good. Would it be nice if you could have drawn on the area? So if you wanted, say for instance, just a small triangular region just to be picked up, then it gives you that extra functionality. Not a big deal. Back from here, detect human only. So this is a useful one to have. So if I turn that on, what that will do, if you had any pets in the home or anything else, any sort of action, it will reduce the number of false alerts you could potentially get. Back from here, storage settings, basic stuff. So it's showing the capacity. Recording mode, selecting that. You can see it's on continuous, and going in there, you've got 2 options. So event only, meaning obviously if there's motion detected, then it will record, or you could have it continuously recording 24/7. Let's turn that off. Worth formatting the card the first time you put it in. Back from here, cloud storage. So as well as being able to use the micro SD card, you can subscribe to a cloud service. Clicking on subscribe gives you the pricing details there. Back from here, back again, offline notification. So if the device did go offline, you can be notified about that. Third-party integration, cloud service, and in there you've got scene. So this is where you're going to need the SwitchBot mini hub, and that will allow you to have it integrating with other smart tech. You've also got the Amazon voice control on this. Back from here, NFC is supported. Cancel to that. You've got an FAQ, device info, firmware version, and delete. So that's all the settings options you get. Back from there, HD here in the corner. If I click on that, you've got two options, standard definition and HD. So you can flip down and reduce the picture quality. Useful to have if you're on the go and you wanted to quickly jump on the camera and have a look. Then you've got a volume icon. This is where you can listen in on what's going on around the camera. Clicking the icon here increases the height of the picture, so I can scroll along, and also I'm able to zoom in. Coming back, next we've got full screen option. That turns the picture around, so you see a full screen view of it. And the options you see on this are very standard, what you see on most cameras. So you've got a record option, press it again to stop recording. And then for the two-way talk, if I click here, test 1, 2, 3, turning that off. And you can take a snapshot as well. And then back from here, looking below, you've got two arrows, clicking on that. You've got a playback option, playback any footage that's been recorded. Then you've got gallery. This will show you all the footage you've taken recordings of and any pictures you've taken. Then we've got private mode. So again, that will turn off the camera. So you've got your privacy, it's not being recorded. Night mode, this is where you can turn off infrared and motion detection. It's a quick way of just turning it off. And that's it, that's all the options you have available. Next to show remote connectivity. So coming out of this, I'll turn off my Wi-Fi. And then if I click on the camera, there you go, it's come on. If I put my hand out now, just to show the lag time, about the same, about 2 to 3 seconds. And again, so you can see the alerts come through.
Now just to show you the picture quality to expect from daytime footage, if I come in closer, see for yourself, picture quality isn't bad at all on this. And camera is 1080p camera. Night vision is good as well. See for yourself, picture clarity wise, very clear on here.
Next, let's test out detect human only. So I've turned that on now, so coming back to the camera. So now if I take my Cartman character here, bring it into shot of the camera, see if it thinks it's a human. Try it a couple of, oh yeah, it's picked it up. So it does think it's a human, so surprised at that. Now how about if I put my hand in front of the camera? That's picked up as a human as well, which is good. So now let me bring my camera stand in front. Let's see what it picks up. So nothing from that. So clever enough to pick up if there's a human hand there, but not smart enough to distinguish a normal human from a cuddly toy, for example. So a good test here just to show how accurate it can be. So all the functionality I've shown so far is just with the basic camera. So if you wanted to take it to the next level, all you need to do is get one of the SwitchBot mini hubs, and I'll include a card in the corner there if you want to see the setup of this and what's possible with it. You'd use the hub if you were going to use the smart scenes within the SwitchBot app. And that's if you wanted to integrate with other smart tech from SwitchBot. But if you only had the camera, you could get away with just using Amazon routines on this. And that gives you another method of integrating with a variety of different tech, or even using IFTTT. But let me show you the scenes option so you get an idea what's possible in the app. So looking in the app, you can see all the other devices I've added in now. And obviously the main SwitchBot device is the bot itself. Now you could get the camera controlling this device, and it's as simple as going to scene, clicking on the plus, and for the condition, if I click on plus, select my camera, these are the different options available. So clicking on motion detection, and then the action I want to execute is the bot to just have the button being pressed. In addition to this, you can have a valid period for this. So you only wanted it to happen, say for instance, only on a weekend during a certain end and start time. So you could have it set up in the evening and the camera pointed outwards. So if motion was detected, say for instance, at the front of your house, then what it could do is turn on lights in your home. And that's possible because with the camera, as I previously mentioned, you can turn off the infrared, so you can have it pointing outside a window. And to show this in action, if I get my SwitchBot here, put my hand out, there you go. SwitchBot button activates and it can click a device. So how cool is that? You can get it integrating with literally anything that way. Now, just to add to that, if you were away from home, you wanted lights to come on, but also you wanted other devices to come on. So if you had devices that use an infrared remote control, so if I click here, my studio TV, I can get it clicking the power button on that. So now putting my hand out again, SwitchBot's activated and the TV's turned on. So you're not just limited to turning the TV on, you could be flipping through the channels, giving that impression someone's home, or even adjusting the volume. So really impressive how it can integrate with the smart tech on this. And if I come back, you can see it also integrates with the smart curtains as well. So you can have it opening or closing a certain amount when motion's detected, for instance. And this even integrates with IFTTT. So you could have it interacting with other smart tech as well. So for instance, Philips Hue devices, or even Tuya Smart Life devices. So really impressed with the functionality from this camera. The camera also integrates with the Amazon voice control devices. So going on to the Amazon app, the skill you're after is SwitchBot Smart. Once you add that in, looking in routines, I've created a routine here where if motion's detected, you can get the Amazon device saying a custom phrase. So if I put my hand out for a moment,
What the hell are you doing here?
how cool is that? So integration is really good with this. And again, the fact it works with Amazon routines is a killer feature here. So you could have it turning on all sorts of things around your house, obviously, as well as the custom message, other lights turning on in your house. So in actual fact, you wouldn't even have to use something like IFTTT for this. You just do it straight off a routine here. So really impressed with this functionality. The camera can work with the Echo Show device directly, so you can display on there or even on a Fire Stick. So if I say, show studio camera. So if I show lag time on this, it's literally immediate. How impressive is that? Really good performance. So the camera can also work with the Google side of things. So going into the Home app, the service you want to add in is SwitchBot Smart. And then coming out of there, going back into the camera app. So if I now say, show studio camera, and just to show the lag time on this, it's immediate. I've never seen a camera operating that quickly with a Google device. So really impressed with this. So in summary, really impressed with this indoor camera from SwitchBot. Not only does it have the standard functionality you'd get on a normal camera, but it also integrates with smart tech and has a major advantage in the fact it can integrate with Amazon routines as well. So the possibilities with this really is endless in terms of smart integration. And the icing on the cake here is price-wise ridiculously cheap. Negatives-wise, the only one that really comes to mind from my testing is the fact that human detection can be a little bit inaccurate. So you saw for yourself, had my Cartman character in front of the camera and it thought it was a human. But that really isn't a big deal. As for the price, you get a lot of functionality in this camera. So you've made it to the end of another video. Hope it's helped anyone thinking of purchasing this. Details are in the description below, including purchasing links. If you're new to the channel, hope you can subscribe and hit that bell icon to be notified for my new releases. Drop me a comment, let me know what you thought of this camera, and smash that like button as it really helps me out. Thanks for viewing and see you in the next one.